Hey gamers, Tony here from the ClassicL337 Gaming Electronic podcast, back with another hardware video. Kind of a special one today. As you know, ClassicL337 has been sponsored by Hauppauge Computer Works for the past 2+ years, and we've used them we've used the original HD PVR and now the HD PVR 2 Gaming Edition to capture all of our gaming footage that you see on the channel. So it's really cool to have a relationship with them. So I'm doing a video for them today in their series on video cards. And I have a very cool video card with me today, as you see here. It's the PowerColor HD 7950 3GB GDDR5, if I said all that right, graphics card. And so it is a beastie graphics card. We're going to be taking a look at it today and doing a quick overview of some of the performance and how it works with the Hauppauge HD PVR2 to capture some of the best gameplay footage from a single PC setup. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at the hardware right now. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you are some of the specs on this beastly card here. So as you can see, it's the PowerColor HD 7950 PCS Plus, 3GB GDDR5, and it can support up to 4 displays, which is pretty awesome. Some of the overclocking ability, the cooler, it's quieter, has great stability, and it is also a DVI mini DisplayPort ×2, HDMI, all the outputs, which I'll show you in just a second on the card. So there you can see some other things. It's got 2 huge 92mm Ultra fans on it, so that's really cool. I've seen some other cards with a single fan setup, do not like them. And it also has a pure copper base, 100% covers the GPU and carrying away some excessive heat. And it actually has some nice heat pipes as well. So that's the box. Let me go over and show you the device, and then we'll get to how to hook it up to the HD PVR2, and we'll see how it works recording PC game footage from a single PC setup. Wow, so here's the actual PowerColor card, as you can see here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a close-up look. I actually have it on this anti-static thing that it was shipped in for obvious reasons. I don't want to damage the card while it's sitting on the table. So let's go ahead and pick this up. I'm going to show you the inputs here on the end, and I actually have little plugs still in them because I'm not using them right now. But I've been using this card for about 3 weeks in my PC just to put it through all of its paces. So far I've been very, 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 very impressed with the card. Very amazing card so far. I actually have the 2 display ports plugged right there. Has the HDMI out with 7.1 surround sound, by the way, running through it, and then the DVI port out. Extra fan vent up here, which is always nice. This material right here is amazing. It's kind of like that hard rubber plastic. I really love the way that it's built. Looks really nice, and I love these giant fans up here. Always a big fan of the dual fan setup. I know that Hauppauge Gaming Zone works with some other card companies that has this as well, but I was glad to see PowerColor have this on their 7950 PCS Plus. Obviously one of their nicer 7950 cards right here. Then you see the really thick heat pipes covering the entire GPU right here. Can't really see it too much in there, but overall very nice design. Really thick heat pipes, that's always a good thing. Have our 2 power ports right here to give the card some power. So that's the actual card. Very impressed with the specs, very impressed with the design of this card. So glad it's the dual fan setup, and it's really, really quiet as well. I've been, like I said, running it for about 3 weeks to test it out. Been impressed with how quiet it is, and the temperatures stay really low. This isn't a full review. We're actually going to test it with the HD PVR2, so let's go ahead and get over to that right now, and I'll show you how to hook it up. Alright, so we have the PowerColor HD 7950 PCS Plus graphics card right here. We still have it out of our PC. Obviously, for this to work, believe me, I get some crazy questions sometimes, but obviously for this to work, it has to be hooked into your desktop computer, all drivers updated, running all that common sense stuff. At least you would think it was common sense, but believe me, some of the questions I get. So anyways, this is our graphics card out of our computer. Just doing this to show you how easy it is to hook up and get it rolling that way. And so I actually have the HDMI, that's all you need, running out of the graphics card. And then this is obviously our baby over here, the Hauppauge HD PVR2, my favorite capture card on the market. So I have the HDMI running out of that, and actually going right into this second input over here for HDMI in. And so it goes out of your computer, out of your graphics card into the HD PVR2. And then we have HDMI running out here, easily labeled HDMI out, which you can't see, but it's labeled right there, HDMI out, going out of the HD PVR2 into our single monitor setup for our single PC setup. And like I said, this is all happening in a single PC. We have the USB cable going out from the HD PVR2 into that single PC setup, and then we have the power cable obviously plugged into an outlet in the wall, giving the HD PVR2 power. That's how your setup should be to connect a single PC setup using the PowerColor HD7950 and the Hauppauge HD PVR2. Let's go ahead and fire up the computer, make sure we get a picture, and test the gaming and recording performance. Alright gamers, well we have everything set up here. I have obviously, as you just saw, the PowerColor HD7950 PCS Plus 3GB video card going out into my HD PVR2 and into my monitor, running a single PC setup here, showing you that it can capture the screen, which I'm doing right now. I am using the latest beta version of Hauppauge capture software, which you can get at hauppauge.com by clicking on the link in the description below. And as you can see here, I do have Fraps open. Don't fear, I'm not recording the screen with Fraps. I actually have Fraps open because I'm going to show you, just keep the counter open in the corner to show you the frames per second that we're getting using this graphics card to show you performance, as well as recording it with the HD PVR2. So as you can see, I'm counting up megabytes here, recording the screen. Got my video named the PowerColor 7950 PCS, using a video input of HDMI, an audio input of HDMI, and then I have it set the video quality to the highest settings at 14 megabytes per second. So it's doing a fantastic job using this PowerColor video card and the HD PVR2 from Hauppauge to capture screen footage. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into a game. As you can see over here, I already have Torchlight 2 open, and you'll see the frames per second from Fraps pop up here in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, and we're up to 60 frames per second. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have the options of the graphic quality set on this game. I'm running a full screen 1920 by 1080 or 1080p. Got the UI scale set to 90%, all of the things checked, and then all the details checked as well as particle detail on the highest and the shadow detail at very high. So we're running very high settings here. We can go ahead and apply just so you know I'm telling the truth. Torchlight 2 is a really pretty game. I love it. Obviously not not something like a BioShock Infinite, but it's very pretty. And we're getting 60 frames per second recording with the HD PVR2. So pretty cool. I want to see if it drops at all when we get into a little bit of a battle here. Go over and fight. See if we can wake any of these guys up to fight them here. I've already been through some of this part, so some of them are... Oh, here we go. Not getting any drop really, maybe down to 58, 59. There was a 55, but staying pretty steady above 55, which is pretty impressive. So the PowerColor HD7950 PCS Plus is doing a really nice job. It's a 3GB card, as I've mentioned, doing a really nice job running this game without a hitch, and we're recording in HD, and that's something you can't do really well with Fraps, especially in full screen. Because it always, no matter how beefy your PC is, it really takes a hit on some of the performance. So very impressed so far with this PowerColor card and how it's working with the Hauppauge HD PVR2. So now I've showed you the card, I've showed you the setup and how you get it to work with the HD PVR2. And now we're actually playing a game to show you that the Hauppauge HD PVR2 combined with the PowerColor HD7950 PCS Plus is a fantastic setup to record your high-definition gameplay footage on a single PC setup from a PC, which a lot of devices cannot do. So I'm really impressed with this. I hope you have been impressed as well. If you want to pick up the PowerColor HD7950, you can click on the link below. Pick it up on Amazon. You can also pick up the Hauppauge HD PVR2 down there as well. Use these devices together for the best and high-definition PC capture footage. This has been Tony from the ClassicL337 Gaming Electronic Podcast. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe to this video. Also, check out the Hauppauge Gaming Zone, one of our partner channels that we work with a lot. They do a lot of great stuff over there. Have a great day.